You hear people talk about wine and you're like, WTF is that? Hi, I'm Wine Dine Caroline, and today we're going to talk about wine vocab. Tell me you're watching by popping vocab in the comments. I know that wine vocab can be really intimidating, and you hear people talk about wine and you're like, WTF is that, right? Am I right? Okay, so these are the wine words that you're gonna hear a lot, so let's just get them out of the way. Number one is nose. We talk about the nose of a wine, or you hear the word bouquet. People don't say that so much anymore. That means the aromas that are coming out that you're smelling. And these are descriptive words that we're not actually being objective here, it's subjective. So when I say I smell citrus, I'm not actually smelling lemons. There's no lemons in my wine. I'm creating a word association with a smell. So often wine vocab in terms of aromas is very like French food centric. At this point, it has not been very inclusive. I think whatever you smell is fine. It's about what matters to you. It's about what makes sense to you. And it's about building your own muscles there. When you taste with other people, often it helps because someone will say a word and you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And you start to build these connections between your nose and your brain. This is something that takes time. You don't just like emerge from the womb being good at it. It is something that you have to practice. So picking up wine aromas is a skill. It's something you practice and you get better at. And that is the nose. The palate is what we're tasting. And often when we talk about our palate, it is what's happening in your mouth. This tends to be more objective. And this is where we're analyzing the structure. So the structure of a wine is the body, the acidity, the alcohol, the sugar, and the tannins. Let's break those down. Body is the texture of the wine, the weight of the wine in your mouth, what it feels like, how heavy or light it is. You can use descriptors like light, medium, full, rich, luscious, lots of different sort of textural words there. Next, acidity, that's literally acidity, and fresh, sharp, flabby, greasy, those are the sort of words you could use to describe acidity. Next, we have alcohol. Alcohol can be high, medium, low, it could be spicy, it could be, have fumes, hopefully not. Sugar is a really important one, and often this is vocab that is slightly misused. If you want to learn more about wine sweetness, watch this video here. So sweet wine is wine that has sugar in it. This is measurable, it's objective, it is not an opinion, it is a fact. And often people actually interchange the words sweet and fruity. When you smell a wine and it smells fruity, that doesn't mean it's sweet. You can't smell sugar. Sugar doesn't smell like anything. When a wine does not have sugar, residual sugar left over in it, it is a dry wine. And you can watch my video on dry wine here. And finally, we have tannins. Tannins are the chewy thing in wine. I also have a video about tannins. You can watch that here. One wine vocab word that people are obsessed with for some reason is the legs or the tears. These are the drips that form on the side of the glass, and those are an indicator of viscosity and a surface tension. It doesn't really mean much. It could indicate a higher alcohol, it could indicate sugar levels, but most of the time, I'm not particularly concerned about the legs. It definitely is not an indicator of quality in any meaningful way. So if you thought that was useful, head to the link in my description to get my PDF guide. There's a few more words in there for you. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel, like the video, click the little bell, which will alert you to when my next video drops, and share it with your friends. That's it for wine vocab, and thank you for watching. Cheers!